Welcome to the worst of the best podcast. You wanted the best. Well, they didn't freaking make it! So here's what you get. From Canada, Ryan and Ruban.
Hey, it has been a while, Ruben. It has been a while.
It has. Welcome back to the worst of the best.
It is the worst of the best podcast.
I like how we're starting off with this episode with one of the worst topics ever.
Yeah, before we do, we just want to say welcome back to our tens and tens of listeners who have been waiting for a new episode. We're here. I'm back from my deployment in the Navy, and at the end of my deployment, Ruben, you might have heard I got kidney stones.
Kidney stones.
Yes, and it was painful. And when I had that happen, they did a CT scan, and during that CT scan...
Also known as a CAT scan.
Oh, thank you.
Some people call it CT scan, some people call it CAT scan, but it's interchangeable.
I didn't know that.
That's been my experience. I've had a lot of experience because I'm a cancer survivor.
Yeah, so for those who are new listeners who might not know, Ruben, my brother, is a cancer survivor. Ryan... so far, it's just a survivor. just a general life survivor. Life hasn't killed me yet. So that being said, during their CT or CAT scan, they found what could be a bone lesion in my right hip, which happens to be the same hip that Ruben, my brother, had a tumor.
Well, no.
Okay, sorry. Why don't you explain what was in your
First
right
of all...
Okay, here we go.
We have different hips. Second of all,
okay.
So it wasn't the same hip.
No, it's your same location. My apologies.
Mine was in the left hip.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh, I thought, hey, I feel better now.
That's why I said to you, between the two of us, we got one good hip.
Roger that. Sorry, Ruben.
Yeah.
That being said, it's nothing to panic about, but of course, what the next step will be for me anyways is that they're going to do bone biopsy and or a bone scan. You can Google that on your own time to see what those things are, but they're just going to see if this lesion in the right hip is
cancer or not.
Cancer or not. I guess there's no other way to say it. Yeah. So that being said, the kidney stone may have saved my life if this is something that they can catch early.
Sure. So when I had my bone scan, I was told to disrobe, put a gown on, and that's what I did. And when I laid on, it's like a table / bed, it's not soft. I went to go lay on it, and it's a big room. Lay down. Okay, get in the fetal position. I do that, and I hear over the microphone, excuse me, why aren't you wearing any underwear? I was like, you told me, I was told to disrobe. You can keep your underwear on. Go put it on. And so then I sheepishly got off the table, walked into the change room, put my underwear on, walked back in. I felt like such an idiot.
Boy, you were good to go. You're like, whatever's required, I'm ready to go.
Know. Anyways, so we thought that perhaps to bring the episode, a new season back in.
That's right. So this is season 2.
Season 2.
Yep.
Of Worst of the Best. Let's talk about cancer.
Cancer! Woo!
So, as you may know, we do lists. We find the very best, and then we find the worst of that list. I did a bad job explaining that.
You did. So basically what we're doing here, again, this is your first time listening to this podcast. We don't pick what is the best out there. The world does, professionals do, the public does, whatever it is. We pick what is the worst of what the public and or professionals have picked as the best. So we wanted to find a list of cancer survivors that are celebrities. And so these are living popular celebrities that everyone knows. I think this whole list, everyone knows who these people are. So these are the best celebrities you can say that have survived cancer. These are celebrities that have they have beaten the odds,
yes,
and they have survived cancer. And our job today's episode is we're going to pick which is the worst celebrity that has survived cancer. You ready to go, Ruben?
I'm ready to go. Okay. By the way, my wife is like, "This is a terrible idea."
It might be.
Yeah,
it might be. Okay, so let's go with this list. This is from Men's Health, a legitimate magazine. Our first one on the list, and this is in no order of celebrity power necessarily. I don't know what Men's Health criteria when they made this list was, but they started off with a pretty big dude, a pretty big name. Ruben, do you want to say who number? Ruben, why don't you introduce the odd number and I'll introduce the even number people.
Sure.
Okay.
So odd number is Logan. Wolverine. Hugh Jackman.
Yes. And what cancer did he have, Rube?
I know he's had skin cancer a few times.
Okay.
The reason I mentioned that is why I mentioned that he knows that. Not to trump Ryan being screened for cancer. I'm getting screened for skin cancer.
Great.
I got my appointment for November 6th.
So is that what Hugh Jackman had with skin?
I know that he had skin cancer, yeah. So it's...
It doesn't say right there. Because the other ones do. It's weird. Okay, his must have been skin cancer.
Well, I know that he's had it. He had it on he had his nose.
And that's where yours is being treated?
Actually, on the nose as well. Is this a clear little thing on the side of my nose? You see that?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So Ruben's being investigated for skin cancer. His blood cancer, it was a blood cancer?
It was a blood cancer that made a tumor in my hip bone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ruben's, he's not done with cancer yet, boys. No, we'll see.
I'm going to be like a Hugh Jackman, minus the muscles and fame and money.
And hair.
And beat.
So Hugh Jackman, cancer survivor. Bravo. We love you. Well, I can't give it away yet. We're not supposed to give how we necessarily feel because give away our worst pick.
Hey, look at it.
But I love him.
You can love a really great album.
That's right.
But there's the worst song on the
And we want to make that clear. We are not wishing that this person didn't survive cancer. Let's just make that clear.
I haven't gone through the whole list yet, so I don't know.
I actually have a pick already, I think. All right.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right. Let's celebrity number 2, cancer survivor, brain tumor.
Whoa.
Brain tumor, Mark Ruffalo. Really? So we went from Wolverine to the Hulk from the Avenger movies. So Mark Ruffalo, survivor of brain cancer.
Oh, wow. Well, kudos to him.
Good for him. Sorry, brain tumor. Sorry, my bad. Brain tumor, but...
he does have that air about him where he doesn't care.
He says here that the whole experience of getting close to mortality changed my perspective. I thought I deserved more, and I wasn't grateful for all the great poop that had happened to me. And the brain tumor happened. I realized I loved acting. I've always loved it, and I may never get a chance to do it again. So he, of course, is an actor. So this could be whatever your career, whether you're a family man, whatever your job, whatever your hobby. It made him change his perspective. What was really
Can you imagine having a brain tumor? You beat it every time you get a headache.
Oh, yeah. So kudos to Mark Ruffalo for beating that brain tumor. Wow.
Oh, Hugh Jackman.
Oh, so maybe the picture was just... okay.
All right, so you do odd, I'll do evens. Let's just keep going the rhythm.
Keep alternating. Well, so what's skin cancer for Hugh? Yeah. Let's go to your next one, Rube.
All right, so Christina Applegate.
Yes, right.
Remember the first time seeing her?
So, yes, Christina Applegate.
Married with Children.
Married with Children. My goodness, Ruben, you and I were prepubescent to pubescent children and was seeing her on Fox for 11 years.
I don't know what you speak of.
Oh, really? Even Peg Bundy made me realize that I love women. And I love... So she was an attractive teenager, and we were teenagers at the time, so it's all legit.
Linda Carter. Is that her name?
Oh, Wonder Woman. I know. I guess Wonder Woman.
We'd go swimming. And then we'd come home. We'd have mac and cheese with hot dogs sliced in it.
Right.
And we'd watch Wonder Woman.
Yes.
It was pre-puberty, but I still remember thinking and going, there's something there.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite...
I think we knew, but we didn't know.
Yeah, there's something about this Wonder Woman.
Beautiful woman.
Anyway, back to Christina Applegate.
Another beautiful woman.
She's a great actress.
I love her. She's fun.
She's so good. I haven't seen her in anything recently.
What was she? Oh, she was in that Vacation remake.
Oh yeah, she was.
I really enjoyed her in that, playing the Griswold.
Yeah. She's
a great comedic actress. She's great with Married with Children. She's actually, obviously very intelligent.
She had a double mastectomy.
Yeah, terrible. I mean, terrible thing to go through, but she's here with us.
Yeah, kudos to her. Oh wow, she's 46 now.
She's 46 now.
46.
I'm 42.
What a career. Remember when she was dating Sebastian Bach?
Wow, I didn't know that. I don't remember.
Skid Row.
So, cancer survivor Christina Applegate. Was that yours or mine?
Let's say it's mine. And then
okay. Right, Edie Falco. So, if you don't know, Edie Falco was very famous for the show The Sopranos.
I never saw The Sopranos.
Great show. Rest in peace, Mr. Tony Soprano. What's his name? James Gandolfini. Rest in peace. But unfortunately, he did pass. I can't remember what he passed of. But Edie beat breast cancer herself. She was diagnosed during the time that she was playing Carmela on The Sopranos. And she kept it largely a secret while she underwent chemotherapy during that time. But once she was cancer-free, she took stock of her life and decided to make some changes. Edie Falco, breast cancer survivor, and good for her. I'm glad that she's still around. So, Ruben, your next one.
The next one, we have something in common.
You're both bikers?
We have won the same amount as Tour de France as each other.
So you're saying this next celebrity,
Yes.
you have both you both on your wall have legit Tour de France championships.
We have the same amount.
Same amount.
We have the same amount of Tour de France champions.
Oh, who is this champion that you share this honor with?
Lance Armstrong. Because all of his were stripped. It's funny that it's not funny that he's on here, but
No, he's there probably isn't one listener who doesn't know who Lance Armstrong is. And this is not the man that landed on the moon. This was
no. This is the man that
rode a bicycle very fast, but he had a little bit of juice in his system, I think is what the rules are not allowed to have.
So as you know, Ryan, I have an electric pedal assist bike.
Yeah, Ruben has electric.
Literally this morning, I'm going up the hill past Lowe's and Walmart, McDonald's there, and I'm getting my pedal assist battery electric bike. You know, I'm just pumping up the hill. I'm like, I bet you this is like the speed Lance Armstrong would have done it. But my juice is lithium. His juice was whatever drugs he's taking.
Well, he did say, though, that after his diagnosis in 97, that it was... Lance said that it was important to continue believing in yourself, believing in the doctors, and believing in the treatment, believing in whatever I chose to believe in. So I like a little caveat at the end there. I think he chose to believe that it wasn't cheating.
Yeah.
I'm glad again, congratulations on...
I can't think of the comedian's name. He's fantastic. I know his name.
Right.
I'm having a brain fart.
Well, it takes a
He's
lot
a regular on Conan. He's a redhead, and now he's got a shaved head.
Oh, C.K. Louis?
No.
Yeah. Well, we are talking about testicular cancer with C.K.
Why can't I think of his name? He's got a great podcast. He has the show
Mark Maron?
F for Family.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Why am I having this?
Bill
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, yeah.
Regarding Lance Armstrong.
Has a great bit on that.
I didn't think Lance owed anybody, he didn't do anything to me. You know what he did for me? He raised $500 million for cancer research. That's what that lie did. Yeah, it was great. And everybody had the bands on. Remember the bands?
Sure.
Right? That blocked out the sun, right?
You know, it wasn't to block out the sun.
No wrist cancer.
Yeah.
Now, the whole thing was annoying, and I hated how Oprah was interviewing him and acting like she was dumbfounded that this guy would do this. Like, she's been in show business for 35 years, and she can't, like, wrap her head around some guy doing whatever it takes to get to the next level. Didn't she, for the first 5 years, have, like, midgets who wanted to bang their mailman's boyfriend? And she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do it, but she didn't have the power to say no, so she wrote it out. And then when she could make a good decision, she did a show. But she stood on the heads of those little people for 5 years until she got... And then she's sitting there across from this guy like, so how could you... You know exactly what he's doing. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Look, the guy was a sociopath on a bicycle, all right? As far as I'm concerned, we got off easy.
Yeah.
If that guy was working for a corporation, he probably would have been pouring stuff in the water supply, doing God knows what. Just keep him on the bike. Just let him go up and down the hill. He's not hurting anybody.
Not hurting anybody.
He isn't. And the top 20 guys, like, all tested positive for roids. So our roided up guy beat your roided up guy. Okay? And those guys who run that filthy sport, who is sitting there going like, this is ridiculous. He doesn't represent cycling. Are they going to return all the money that they made off of that guy? Huh? They're going to turn in their yachts? They're not going to. They're not going to do it.
Everyone turn in your yachts.
I'll see if I can find that.
Shouldn't be so lucky.
Yeah.
Like,
well, for Lance to face his demons regarding the cheating, it took a lot of ball.
he's got a bigger ball than
us. Yeah, all right, so Riv, is this yours or mine? I've already lost track.
That's fine. But no, it's yours, I think.
All right, Dr. Drew Pinsky. Who doesn't love Dr. Drew? I'm a fan of Adam Carolla on his talk show. Adam Carolla, of course, is best friends with Jimmy Kimmel.
I've interviewed Adam Carolla.
And Ruben...
I've also known him to take a picture with him somewhere.
So Ruben's met Adam Carolla, and Ruben's also interviewed Adam Carolla on the now...
Defunct
podcast, Always Hungry. I don't even think we can find it anywhere.
No, I stripped it off the internet.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's okay, but... Anyway, so Dr. Drew Pinsky is a prostate cancer survivor, so...
Oh, wow.
Of course, good for him. And what did he have to say about this? Goes on cancer-free. He said the erectile function is normal.
Fantastic.
Sex drive is normal.
Great.
Bladder works normally.
Fantastic.
And I don't have to worry about prostate cancer. So Dr. Drew underwent successful surgery, and two years later, he made that quote. So, Dr. Drew, welcome.
That's a great... I think that's under the category of too much information.
Well, it is prostate cancer. I guess there's...
It was on topic.
Right. He's just he could have said that he's eating normally.
Was the precursor to him saying that? Was it asked? Are you cancer free?
We don't know. We'd have to read that people interview.
Is your erectile function normal?
Right.
You know what I mean?
We'll never know. Ruben.
Is it normal because he's taking drugs for it?
He might be. But do we have to go back to that quote? Everything's good with him?
Oh, all right. Michael C. Hall.
Yeah, I knew this one, actually.
I did not. Dexter.
Yep. Great show.
Great show. Such a good actor.
Incredible actor, and he seems like a really nice guy. I'm actually in the Dexter group, Dexter Facebook group on Facebook, and people
That's
that have run
a good place to be on a Facebook group.
Yeah. People that have met the actor Michael C. Hall have nothing but great things to say about him as a person that they've met in real life. That nice guy. Yeah, just a very nice, down-to-earth guy. But but at 38, during the time that he was on Dexter, he was found out he had Hodgkin's lymphoma. Oh. And I remember some of the seasons and some pictures that he had gotten quite thinner because of it. But he's still with us, and he's doing Broadway, and he's doing stuff. He's doing a Netflix show. He's got a Netflix show called Safe, I think. So he's doing well.
I want to check that out.
Yeah.
Speaking of the weight loss, having cancer and the treatment thereof, best weight loss program I've ever been on.
Oh, so if you recommend a weight loss.
Oh my goodness.
Chemo.
The weight just fell off.
Ruben's allowed to make these jokes because he's gone through it.
Yeah, and there's a good chance 1 in 3 of you will go through it too.
Yeah, all of our listeners out there.
And if it's not you, somebody you love.
Somebody you love and know will have it. Yay! All right.
And on the bright side, maybe somebody you hate too.
Yeah, could be one of the worst.
Speaking of people that you don't hate but love,
Tom Green.
Fellow Canadian.
Another testicular cancer survivor. Yeah, he was quite the, was it mid-90s, late mid-90s, early 90s?
To mid-90s. As a Canadian,
right.
We knew him from...
The Tom Green Show.
Before that, Ryan.
You can't do that on TV?
What rap band was he in?
What rap band?
Yeah.
He rapped?
Rhymes with Orange. That was the rap band.
No, I didn't know this.
Check the OR. You like the OR? Check the OR. You like it so far?
Check the OR, you like it so far. Check the OR, you like it so far. Check the OR, you like it so far. Check the OR, you love the OR. Here we go, ready to set it off. From coast to coast, it's the most and it hits rough. Organized rhymes here to start it up. You got some trouble with your mouth, you better shut it up. Think twice before you act and try to tackle the funky stuff. I take your suckers out like meat on a shish kebab. And you don't know it, but your girl's doing kiss and rob. And you're the one who wants the corn, but you...
I'm baffled.
Do you know what I'm singing?
No.
Really?
Is this like one of those alternate?
No. This is.
We call that a Mandela effect.
This is for real.
I know, but I don't. I'm on the alternate universe where I never experienced that.
You probably did, and it just made such a low impact on your life.
All right, so Tom Green, more commonly known for the MTV show and Much Music show, the Tom Green Show.
Yeah.
Also, Freddie Got Fingered is his famous film.
Yes. And he was probably best known to most for being married to Drew Barrymore.
That's right. Good for him.
And that's when he went through the whole...
Yeah.
And as he says...
so he's a cancer survivor and a Drew Barrymore marriage survivor.
Yes. Some say that being married to Drew is what brought on the cancer. Check yourself every day.
So that's what he told us?
Yeah, he wrote a song about it.
Okay. All right, well, maybe we'll go find that. Tom Green, glad you're with us. Funny guy, he's still around.
Speaking of funny.
Is it my turn?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Wanda Sykes. Very funny.
I love her.
She's great. Got that sass. I don't know what the word. Sassy.
Her voice. She should read audiobooks.
Yeah.
I would listen to her. She's got that little thing in her voice that you just want to hear more of. Yeah, fantastic on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I was going to say Curb Your Enthusiasm. She's great. The way she talks to Larry.
She's a great guest on Jimmy Kimmel.
Breast cancer survivor. I mean, I shouldn't say of course, but I mean, most of the females on this list seem to be breast cancer survivors. But she's a breast cancer survivor, and she said, "I just wanted to beat the odds. I just wanted the best odds." She told People magazine, and I made my decision because I love life. Yeah. And that was regarding, I guess, the double mastectomy. So that seems to be what they're doing nowadays, which is the recommendation, of course, from doctors. All right, Ruben, boy, you have a pleasure.
One of the best people
in the world.
Yeah. One of my favorite celebrities. I've listened to his music.
Yep.
I've watched his movies.
Of course.
I've watched his shows.
Yeah. You've eaten his cereal.
I've eaten his cereal. I've said his catchphrase, and you have too.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite shows actually watching with him as a kid was TNT.
I think you're going to say A-Team.
Yeah. A-Team. I love the A-Team, but TNT.
Yeah.
It was like...
It's a play on words because his name is Mr.T.
Yeah.
Now, do you think the show would have been called... Sorry, we're saying Mr.T, of course, everybody. No. Do you think the show would have been called TNT if his name was Mr. W?
No. Mr. T is fantastic. He's so positive. He quit the gold chains because of 9/11. He just felt it was like too gaudy.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it just... Something pushed in his brain. Like, what am I doing with the gold chains when I got... It just seemed at odds.
So Mr. T is a cancer survivor, and the name of his cancer, this is no joke, is T. They named the cancer, this is no joke, the cancer that he beat, my friends, it was T-cell lymphoma.
T-cell.
T-cell lymphoma. That's
Mr. T-cell lymphoma.
He had Mr. T-cell lymphoma.
Oh.
That is amazing. But he even said regarding this, he laughed at himself. He said, can you imagine that? Mr. T said, cancer with my name on it. Personalized cancer.
Yeah.
So Mr. T got his own cancer.
He says, I pity the fool who just gives up.
Oh, nice.
We all gonna die eventually from something or other. But don't be a wimp. Put up a good fight. Don't sit around waiting on death. We can be tough. We can be determined. Go out, have some fun, and make death find you. You can be living with cancer, not dying from it. We can be cancer survivors. That was my Mr. T impersonation.
Yeah, want to make this clear. Ruben was trying to impersonate Mr. T, not a whole group.
Oh, please. We should have like a worst of the best podcast scandal, just so we can get some listeners.
Yeah, sure. Well, this might be one that won't make my list for best or for worst, just because I don't know who she is, and that's not fair to her. But this is Juliana Rancic. I think the name sounds sort of familiar, but she's a TV personality.
Breast cancer.
But again, another breast cancer survivor. I don't know what she's from, though. She says that she's a personality, TV personality. So for our listeners, we didn't Google who she is. I apologize, but good for her.
Yeah.
She told CNN, if I can erase all this, I would, but I can't. So I look at the positive. Made me stronger and a better person. It definitely shifted my priorities. So good for her, Juliana Rancic. She's around, but I don't know who she is. So, oh well. All right.
Here's Lance Armstrong's.
Oh yeah.
Former lover.
That's interesting. Yeah. So both Lance and
Sheryl Crow.
Whoa. Yeah, she's a
breast and brain tumor.
Boy.
Yikes.
And she's still with us, ladies and gentlemen. That's amazing.
Without question, she says, finding out I had breast cancer 7.5 years ago was a game changer. It forced me to really look at who I was and the line of people I took care of. I was the bottom of my list and never said no to anybody.
All right.
So we didn't have this podcast back then because we could have asked her to be on the podcast and she would say yes.
She would have said yes, but now that she's a cancer survivor, she's too good for us. But Sheryl Crow, good. Then she also revealed that she has a brain tumor in the same interview, but that it isn't serious. Oh, yeah. She just gets an MRI every 6 months to be sure she's okay. So,
well, no, she's going to die.
Yeah, so far, so good. But Sheryl, hang in there, Sheryl. You're
Tuesday Night Music Club, her debut album. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a very good album.
Celebrity number, I think, 13 or 14. We're getting there, folks. Don't worry. Hey, these guys survived cancer. You can listen to this. So, Kathy Bates.
My introduction to her was Misery.
Yeah. Mine might have been Fried Green Tomatoes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
But she's great.
Yeah, she was great in Fried Green Tomatoes.
So again, breast cancer and ovarian cancer. Yeah, that's another doubleheader. Incredible actress. She seems like such a fun personality.
Yeah,
I don't think I've heard an ill will of anyone that's ever spoken of her from the public. Because people run into people, right? You just never hear anything about her. She seems like a lot of fun. Great actress. That she could play a real rotten person on some of these movies and TV.
I think you might have to be a nice person to be able to play a rotten person.
Right.
She was so great in Misery.
She was great in Misery. If you're an American Horror Story fan, she's great in that series too. All right, Ruben.
Sharon Osbourne.
Yep.
I have a blended feelings about her, just in general.
Well, she's a businesswoman at the end of the day. She's Sharon Osbourne, of course, is the wife of Ozzy, and in many ways, she saved Ozzy's life and his career. So she's a businesswoman, but she loves her man. Ozzy's giving her a lot of grief. Let's be honest here.
If you never knew who Sharon Osbourne was, and you saw this picture of her with all this plastic surgery, what would you think? I'm not trying to be mean.
No, but she actually survived colon cancer, so good for her. But yeah, it's unfortunate.
A little off topic, I guess.
No, it's fine, but she has gotten kind of a lot of surgery. It's unfortunate because she's an attractive woman that you don't need. It's
okay to grow old.
It's okay to grow old because I've never looked at anyone with plastic surgery and gone, boy, what is she, 20? 25 maybe?
Yeah, recently saw the Mamma Mia movie.
I'm sorry.
And Cher's in it.
Yeah.
She didn't have a wrinkle.
Oh, wow, good for her.
But she still looked old. There's still that weird... Anyways.
Well, yeah.
Speaking of getting old.
And he has no plastic surgery. In fact, he hasn't even removed that mountain on it.
Good for him. How do you shave around that mole?
You have to, I guess.
Mole.
Rod Stewart.
Love him.
Great guy. Rod Stewart is a thyroid cancer survivor. Obviously, everyone knows who Rod Stewart is. Forever young. Good for him. He's hanging in there, still making albums. Got nothing bad to say about Rod. I mean, why would I? He's a cancer survivor. Thyroid cancer. He says, I'm one of the lucky ones. The first thing you think is why, and the next thing you think is, what can I do to help? What a great guy.
Yeah. He's a
stand-up guy.
All right, so let's figure out who the worst is. I have my person who's the worst. So let's do 1, 2, 3, and both say each other.
No, it's okay to have we can say.
No, I'm saying just for fun.
Okay, sure. Okay, on the count, on 3 or after 3 is over.
After we say 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Lance Armstrong.
So Lance,
you're the worst.
You're the worst of the cancer survivors, and I'm glad you're alive.
Sure, why not?
You were an incredible athlete.
Was he though?
Well, look, if you gave me the same amount of drugs that he had, the same amount, I still would have been last place. I would have been last.
I don't have that drive.
No,
it must be frustrating because he'll never know how good he would have been.
Right.
I'd rather be last and know how good I would have been.
Yeah.
Than have been first and never know how good I would have been.
It's too bad. That's what I mean. I'm telling you right now, if you gave me the same amount of drugs, I would have been last. But if you didn't give me the drugs, I still would have been last. But I would have been last, honestly. So as far as I know, Lance,
you're the worst.
You're the worst, and you've been stripped of all your titles on this podcast. So on that note, Ruben.
Well, he's got one more title that he's earned.
Oh, what's that? Oh,
being the worst.
He's the worst of the best.
Cancer survivor.
Cancer survivor. All right, we just want to thank everyone for listening today. And if you haven't already, please, well, I know you haven't because nobody has, go on iTunes and give us a 5-star review. We really need these reviews because this gets our show back up, through the charts and gets people listening. We really would appreciate it. You don't even have to write anything if you don't want to. Just give us a review. Write a little blurb while you like us. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Worst of the Best Podcast. It's easy to find. Worst of the Best Podcast. Remember, in front of every silver lining, there's a cloud.